Hey everyone, Duxo70 Videos here, and welcome to a brand new series, yes, another one, on my channel where I look at the history of something clapping related and give my own little interpretation on it. Now don't expect amazing editing because I only have a basic editing program, but enjoy the avatars that I made. So, quite a large amount of you wanted me to talk about the history of ninjas and the game series Card-Jitsu first. Now, I'll try my best to keep this at a good length as this is a long one. Oh, and I won't talk about the 2011 Card-Jitsu party as that will take up too much time. And a side note, Razihel is very helpful and made a blog post about ninjas and their history in 2015 on his site rocketsnail.com, which is helpful. The obvious place to start would be where the idea of Card-Jitsu came about, when Razihel wanted to create a rock paper scissors type game. This original idea was in the form of a pirate sword fighting game, which ended up becoming reality with the 2014 Pirate Party. This takes us up to early 2008, when the team was looking to have a collectible card game. After having a meeting with WizKids Games, Razihel was inspired and began to write the design document for Card-Jitsu. He wanted a card game that was digital and not just for real life purposes. And on November 17th, 2008, Card-Jitsu was born. But if we're going to talk about the game, why not ninjas too? I mean, that's how it started, isn't it? Yep, that's correct. So let's go back to Club Penguin's predecessor, Penguin Chat 3. In Penguin Chat 3, ninjas were pretty popular, and you could see them like all over the place, probably because they're so mysterious and something that is a bit different and probably any other old game that would be for penguins. So of course, with it being popular, Razihel probably wanted to put it into Club Penguin more due to the popularity. But anyway, back to Club Penguin. Since Razihel loved the idea of having ninjas in Club Penguin so much, he wanted to add them for pets, pirates and secret agents. The initial plan was to put a dojo in the Plaza, very different from the one we see today. But it moved to a more secret location as the other rooms in the Plaza weren't ready yet. The game was ready for release in October 2005 and everything was ready. However, unlike Razihel, the players wanted pets more, so these plans were postponed. Next up in the series was Card-Jitsu Fire, a game that's very much like a board game. Not long before Club Penguin closed down, we found out that the team actually used a basic board game during development of Card-Jitsu Fire. It's pretty much just a square board with fire, water, snow, battle and choose spaces. But this does show what the whole concept of fire is. The story of the game began when the volcano started smoking after the fair in September 2009. From September 14th to 28th there was a fire scavenger hunt. The sky turned orange and the construction went on starting from November 13th, 2009 in the Ninja Hideout. This featured gears, a spot in the centre for digging, and a massive wheel that can be spun using cloud wave braces to turn it in order to transport heat. The game was out 4 days after construction ended on 24th November 2009. On to game number 2, Card-Jitsu Water. Just like with Fire, development of this game was helped with a board game. Unfortunately, we don't have an image of this, but we do have concept art. This is a bit more than the final game, as it would have been hard to program. But concept art is normally like this. It shows interpretation of the possible look of the game, and the final product is toned down a bit. The two biggest changes were that the gong used to be a towel of some sorts, and that the cards flowed down a separate waterfall. The game was confirmed on the What's New blog with a similar trailer to that of Fire's. More news came out in late October and early November 2010. To lead up to the party, the island had a great storm. This came at the Halloween party on the 28th of October. The storm calmed down and rain poured on 11th November and left on the 14th. This continued with the water scavenger hunt and then the celebration of water. This is really just a fancy name for the construction of the water dojo and the time of the decorations being put up. This began on November the 16th and ended on the 24th. The decorations of blue lanterns and banners stayed up until the 3rd of December. Card-Jitsu Water was released on November the 23rd, 2010. Phew! And finally, we're on to Card-Jitsu Snow. Sorry, no child talk here. Maybe I'll do a rumour based video if that's what you want to see. This installment works a bit different to the others, and I'm not just talking about the gameplay being team based rather in an RPG style. The lead up was more out of the game rather than in game. It began with a tweet from Spike Hike in November 2012 with an image of one of the doors in the HQ reading CJ Snow, followed by more confirmation that it would be later than the first sight of winter. Then in February 2013, there's a sneak peek showing the fire, water and snow ninjas, as you see on the character select screen. It was hinted at more times in meetups and on Twitter. The second thing that was different from the other games in this series was that there was a beta test that began on February 28th. This was so the community could get involved, and perhaps also because it's a bigger, more intense game to program. During the 5th to the 11th of April, players could get the Snow Beta hat from clearing 3 normal rounds. This could be worn in Club Penguin, and is in fact one of my favourite party hats. The final unique part about this game is that instead of a small celebration and a scavenger hunt, a full party was done in celebration of the game's launch. The story is similar to the other 2 elements though. The dojo was in construction to be renovated, and not the snow dojo itself. The snow began to fall. This started on 9th of May, which is also my birthday. Always wanted snow on my birthday. Thanks CP. And this was followed by an avalanche. The party lasted from 23rd of May to the 6th of June, with the game coming out when the party began, and on the app when the party ended. And that's that! Most of the history of ninjas and Card-Jitsu fit in. Of course there's a bit more with Tusk and Sense's story, but I might take a nap now. The next CP history video will be on the magazines, since that was another popular choice. Anyway, I'll see you all then. Goodbye!